Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The chapter of the ants. And 24 through 26 after that is a prostration. And you also have the extra Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, so bringing total to 114 in the entire Quran. In the name of the merciful and compassionate Allah, T.S. Those are the signs of the Quran and the perspicuous book, a guide and Basin, Tilka Ayatul Quran, wa Kitab Mubin. So different T and S are used than, well, different T than some may say. A guide and glad tidings to the believers who are steadfast in prayer and give alms, and of the hereafter are sure. Verily those who believe not in the hereafter we have made seemingly for them their works, and they shall wander blindly on. These are they who shall have an evil torment, and they in the hereafter shall be of those who most lose. Verily thou dost meet with this Qoran from the wise, the knowing one, when Moses said to his people, Verily I perceive fire, I will bring you therefrom news, or I will bring you a burning brand, haply ye may be warmed. But when ye came to it, he was called to, blessed be he who is in the fire, and he who is about it, and celebrated be the praises of Allah, the Lord of the worlds. O Moses, verily I am Allah, the mighty wise. Throw down thy staff. And when he saw it quivering, as though it were a snake, he turned back fleeing, and did not return. O Moses, fear not, verily as for me, apostles, fear not with me, save only those who have done wrong, and then substitute good for evil. For verily I am forgiving, merciful, but put thy hand in thy bosom, it shall come forth white without hurt. One of 9 signs to Pharaoh and his people. Verily they are a people who act abominably. When our signs came to them visibly, they said, This is obvious sorcery, and they gainsaid them, though their souls made sure of them unjustly, hotly. But behold, what was the end of the evildoers? And we gave David and Solomon knowledge, and they both said, Praise belongs to Allah, who hath preferred us over many of his servants who believe. And Solomon was David's heir, and said, O ye folk, we have been taught the speech of birds, and we have been given everything. Verily this is an obvious grace. And assembled for Solomon were the host of jinn and men and birds. Not jinns. Jinn is the plural. Jinni is the singular. And men and birds, and they were marshaled until they came upon the valley of the ants. Said an ant, O ye ants, go into your dwellings, that Solomon and his host crush you not while they do not perceive. And he smiled, laughing at her speech, and said, O Lord, excite me to be thankful for thy favor, wherewith thou hast favored me and my parents, and to do righteousness, which may please thee, and make me enter into thy mercy amongst thy righteous servants. And he reviewed the birds. And said, How is it that I see not the hoopoe? Is he then upon the absent? I will surely torment him with severe torment, or I will surely slaughter him, or he shall bring me obvious authority. And he tarried not long, and said, I have compassed what ye compassed not, for I bring you from Sheba, a sure information. Verily I found a woman ruling over them, and she And she was given all things, and she had a mighty throne, and I found her and her people adoring the sun instead of Allah, for Satan had made seemingly to them their works, and turned them from the path, so that they are not guided. Will they not adore Allah, who brings forth the secrets in the heavens and knows what they hide and what they manifest? Allah, there's no God but He, the Lord of the mighty throne. Said he, we will see whether thou hast told the truth, or whether thou art of those who lie. Go with this my letter, and throw it before them, and turn back away from them, and see what they return. Said she, O ye chiefs, verily a noble letter has been thrown before me. It is from Solomon, and verily it is in the name of the merciful and compassionate Allah. Do not rise up against me, but come to me resigned. Muslim. She said, O ye chiefs, pronounce sentence for me in my affair. I never decide an affair until ye testify for me. And they said, we are endowed with strength and endowed with keen violence, but the bidding is thine. See then what it is that thou wilt bid. She said, verily kings, when they enter a city, despoil it, and make the mighty ones of its people the meanest. Thus it is they do. So verily I am going to send to them a gift, and will wait to see with what the messengers return. And when he came to Solomon, he said, do you proffer me wealth when Allah has given when what Allah has given me is better than what He has given you? Nay, in your gifts rejoice, return to them, for we will surely come to them with hosts which they cannot confront, and we will surely drive them out therefrom mean and made small. Said he, O ye chiefs, which of you will bring me her throne before they come to me resigned? Said a demon of the jinn, I will bring thee it before thou canst rise up from thy place, for I therein am strong and faithful. He who had the knowledge of the book, He who had the knowledge of the book said, I will bring it to thee before thy glance can turn. And when he saw it settled down besides him, he said, this is of my Lord's grace, that he may try me whether I am grateful or ungrateful. And he who is grateful is only grateful for his own soul, and he who is ungrateful, verily my Lord is rich and generous. Said he, disguise for her throne. Let us see whether she is guided, and whether she is of those who are not guided. And when she came to it, was said, was thy throne like this? She said, it might be it, and we were given knowledge before her, but we were resigned. But that which she served besides Allah turned her away. Verily she was of the unbelieving people. And it was said to her, enter the court. And when she saw it, she reckoned it to be an abyss of water, and she uncovered her legs. Said he, verily it is a court paved with glass. Said she, my Lord, verily I have wronged myself, but I am resigned with Solomon to Allah, the Lord of the worlds. And we sent unto Thamud the brother Saleh is Saleh. Serve Allah, but behold, there were two parties who contended Said he, O my people, why do ye hasten on evil acts before good deeds? Why do ye not ask forgiveness of a law? Haply ye may obtain mercy. They said, We have taken an augury concerning thee and those who are with thee. Said he, Your augury is in Allah's hands. Nay, but ye are people who are tried, and there were in the sea 9 persons who despoiled the land and did not right. Then they swear to each other by Allah, we will surely fall on him by night, and on his people. Then we will surely say unto his next of kin, we witness not the destruction of his people, and we do surely tell the truth. And they plotted a plot, and we plotted a plot, but they did not perceive. Behold, how was the end of their plot, and that we destroyed them and their people altogether. Thus are their houses overturned, for that they were unjust. Verily, and that is a sign to a people who do know. But we saved those who believed and who did fear. And Lot, when he said to his people, Do ye approach an abominable sin while ye can see? Do ye indeed approach men lustfully rather than women? Nay, ye are people who are ignorant. But the answer of his people was only to say, Drive out Lot's family from your city. Verily, they are folk who would keep pure. And of course, that's even worse than the other sin. They're trying to expel the good people. But we saved him and his family, except his wife. Her we destined to be of those who lingered, and we rained down stones. And we rained down upon them rain. Evil was the rain of those who were warned. Oh, the other things mentions the stones. Okay. Say, praise belongs to Allah, and peace be upon his servants whom he has chosen. Is Allah best, or what they associate with him? He who created the heavens and the earth, and sends down upon you from the heaven water, and we cause to grow there with gardens fraught with beauty. Ye could not cause the trees thereof to grow. Is there a God with Allah? Nay, but they are people who make peers with him. He who made the earth settled and placed amongst it rivers, and placed upon it firm mountains, and placed between the 2 seas a barrier. Is there a God with Allah? Nay, but most of them know not. He who answers the distressed when he calls upon him, and removes the evil, and makes you successors in the earth. Is there a God with Allah? Little is that ye are mindful. He who guides you in the darkness of the land and of the sea, and who sends winds as glad tidings before his mercy. Is there not a God? Is there a God with Allah? Again, answer questions in the comment section if you feel like doing that. Exalted be Allah above what they associate with him. He who began the creation and then will make it return again, and who provides you from the heaven and the earth. Is there a God with Allah? So bring your proofs if ye do speak the truth. Say none in the heavens or the earth know the unseen, save only Allah, but they perceive not when they shall be raised. Nay, but their knowledge attains to somewhat of the hereafter. Somewhat of the hereafter. Nay, but they are in doubt concerning it. Nay, but they are blind. And those who disbelieved said, What? When we have become dust, and our fathers too, shall we indeed be brought forth? We were promised this, we and our fathers before us. This is nothing but old folks' tales. Say, journey on through the land, and see how was the end of the sinners, and grieve not for them, and be not straitened of what they plot. And they say, When shall this threat be? If ye do tell the truth, say it may be that there is pressing close behind you a part of what ye would hasten on, but verily thy Lord is full of grace to men, but most of them will not be thankful, and verily thy Lord knows what their breasts conceal and what they manifest, and there is no secret thing in the heaven or the earth, save that it is in the perspicuous book. Verily this Qoran relates to the people of Israel, most of that whereon they do dispute, and verily it is guidance and a mercy to the believers. So verily thy Lord decides between them by his judgment, for he is mighty, knowing. Obviously, there's a difference between Israelite and Jew, and the Quran points that out. Rely thou then upon Allah, verily thou art standing on obvious truth, verily thou canst not make the dead to hear, and thou canst not make the deaf to hear the call when they turn their backs on thee, nor art thou a guide to the blind. Out of their error thou canst only make to hear such as believe in our signs, and such as are resigned. I mean, we're limited to our abilities. If you can't hear, you can't see, or you're not alive, but, it's referring to different types of, chances that aren't there anymore. Such as are resigned. And when the sentence falls upon them, we will bring forth a beast out of the earth that shall speak to them, that men of our signs would not be sure. And the day when we will gather from every nation a troop of those who said our signs were lies, and they shall be marshaled until they come, and he will say, didn't ye say my signs were lies, when ye had compassed no knowledge thereof? Or what is it that ye were doing? And the sentence shall fall upon them, for that they did wrong, and they shall not have speech. Did they not see that we have made the night for them to rest in, and the day to see by? Verily, and that are signs to a people who believe. And the day when the trumpet shall be blown, and all who are in the heavens and the earth shall be startled, save him whom Allah pleases, and all shall come abjectly to him. And thou shalt see the mountains which thou dost seem solid pass away like the passing of the clouds, and the work of Allah who orders all things. Verily he is well aware of what ye do. He who brings a good deed shall have better than it, and from the alarm of that day they shall be safe. But those who bring an evil deed shall be thrown down upon their faces in the fire. Shall ye be rewarded, save for what ye have done? I am bidden to serve the Lord of this country, who has made it sacred, and whose are all things, and I am bidden to be of those who are resigned, Muslim, and to recite the Quran. And he who is guided, he is only guided for himself, and he who errs, say, I am only of those who warn, and say, praise be to Allah, he will show you his signs, and ye shall recognize them, for thy Lord is not heedless of what ye do.